All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this emergency broadcast. It is right now 6:24 in the evening, Arizona time on Sunday, January 5th of 2025. So Donald Trump on November 5th won the election in historic numbers to become the 47th president of the United States and retake the White House. Also, he flipped the Senate and he carried Congress with him to the victory. Tomorrow, January 6th, is certification day. See, whenever Republicans had any questions about the election, they were election deniers. We were called people who are a threat to democracy. We were told that questioning election results is evil, it's bad, it's un-American, and frankly, you're a traitor if you do so. But when the Democrats are doing it, and when the Democrats are are looking for any excuse to not certify election results, it's okay. It's normal. It's part of democracy. But is it part of democracy? We're going to get right into it. Democrats are threatening to not certify Trump's election tomorrow. But I have good news for you, ladies and gentlemen. Do me a quick favor. Smash that thumbs up button for me, please. Leave a comment letting me know, where do you live? Where are you watching this live stream or video later on from? Also, make sure that you are subscribed. Please subscribe. Hit that bell notification button on. Tomorrow, I'll be live streaming all day. Tuesday, on my other channel, VT Space Politics on YouTube, I will have Roger Stone on. So Roger Stone on Tuesday. Tomorrow I'll be streaming all day for the January 6th certification. Let's get right into it. We're jumping right into this. So here's what's happening. And this is their excuse. Biggest DC snowstorm in years threatens to derail 2024 election certification as Congress flees the Capitol despite being advised to stay. That's right. The Speaker of the House and the Senate majority, who are now Republicans, are saying, do not leave, stay. But many Democrats have fled Washington, D.C. They went back to their states. They went back to their districts saying, oh, it's a snowstorm coming. We got to go. Even though the Speaker of the House gave them a command, and the Republican Senate majority, the leadership told all the senators, stay. You can't leave. But again, I got good news for you. Stay with me. A powerful winter storm is set to sweep through the nation's capital, potentially delivering the heaviest snowfall seen since January 2022, or even as far as back as 2019. The looming weather event threatens to disrupt Monday's planned certification of the 2024 presidential election results. The National Weather Service has issued a winter storm warning for Washington, D.C., effective from 10 p.m. Sunday until 1 a.m. Tuesday, forecasting heavy mixed precipitation and urging residents to avoid travel during this period. Now, if Saudi Arabia is able to make rain whenever they want, Darcy, you read my mind with that comment. Is someone messing around with the snow? I don't know. Let's keep going. The storm is expected to commence late Sunday night, intensifying through Monday with snowfall rates reaching between 1 to 3 inches per hour. Total snow and sleet accumulations are anticipated to range between 5 and 10 inches, with isolated areas possibly receiving up to 12 inches. The severe weather is likely to impact aviation and render roads impassable, posing significant challenges for the Monday morning and evening commutes. The timing couldn't be more consequential, with the heaviest snowfall forecasted during the Monday morning commute, the very day Congress is set to certify the presidential election results. This is important, reports have emerged that several members of Congress have already fled the Capitol over the weekend, defying advisories to remain in D.C. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, one of President Trump's staunchest allies, took to social media to lambaste her colleagues. We're going to jump right now onto Marjorie Taylor Greene's post and what she said. January 6th at 1 p.m., Congress must certify President Trump's historic election. Washington has a winter storm warning for January 5th through 7th, expecting possibly a foot of snow. Many members of Congress left town this weekend, even though they were told to stay. I am here, she adds, and will walk to the Capitol if I have to. And then she posted she posted this, right, of what the forecast is saying. Now, let's remove that, and we're going back to the Gateway Pundit. Also, Representative Tim Burke said, unless Elon Musk has figured out how to control the weather, it looks bad. If you are a Republican member of Congress, I'd get to Washington. We have a president at real Donald Trump to certify. Amid growing concerns about the storm's impact, former Representative George Santos sought to reassure the public in a statement on social media. Here's what George Santos had to say. We're going to open his entire Here's George Santos. Hold on, let me close Marjorie Taylor Greene. The storm will not affect the certification of votes tomorrow. Members were sworn in on Friday, and they had the GOP conference meeting yesterday. During the conference, they were advised not to go home. I've spoken with about 20 members to check on this, and they are all in DC and advised that they have enough people in town to form a quorum. Rest assured, the election will be certified tomorrow. So this is what George Santos is saying, and here's what I've discovered. Okay, the Democrats, when this started happening, the Democrats all started rejoicing. Let's not forget, Democrats don't even know the laws. They don't know how, like Kamala Harris, when she was asked before the election, she's like, I'm going to tax the rich. And then a reporter from CNBC asked her, hey, well, what if Congress doesn't agree with you? Because you need Congress and Senate on board to raise taxes. And she looked dumbfounded. She looked confused, like, what? I'm going to be the president. What do you mean? And then she's like, we're just going to have to do it. That was her explanation. But the question was like, well, what if Congress and Senate, you need two-thirds of the majority. I mean, 2/3 of Congress to vote with you and the majority of Senate to approve raising taxes. And she looked dumbfounded. She looked confused. She doesn't even understand how the system works. Democrats in Congress and in Senate don't understand either. Because when they found out about the snowstorm, they all started leaving. They all started getting on and they were giggling. They were going on social media, Twitter and Instagram and AOC and talking about, we're not going to certify. There's a snowstorm. And they were laughing. But here's what matters. Kamala Harris lives within a walking distance of Congress. She just needs to come in, put her signature on it, and that's it. The majorities have to be there, and the majority leadership has to be there. So when it comes to the Senate, right, Kamala Harris needs to be there, and she will be there. She can't leave. She's bound by the Constitution to be there. She can't. It would be a crime for her not to show up. Members of Congress have a choice because they don't live there, but she's the vice president. She's bound to be there. She has to be there. By the way, I'm going to tell you, I want to back up really quick. Do you remember January 6, 2021? Of course, we all remember. Mike Pence, Trump was telling him for the 2 weeks leading up to January 6th, he was saying, Mike Pence, you are the vice president of the United States. You are the president of the Senate. You, the Constitution, gives you sole responsibility and authority to question election results and to send back the electors to their respective states if you feel there's an issue. That was in his hands. There were laws in the books. But he took a bribe. He sold out. He punked out. He showed us who he really is. A Democrat in a rhino clothing. Then the same Democrats that were telling us and arguing leading up to January 6th, there's no law like that. Trump is making it up. Mike Pence can't do anything. When the Democrats held the White House with Joe Biden in the fall of 2021, they had a majority in the Senate and a majority in the House of Representatives. They actually changed the laws to where now the vice president's job on January 6th is nothing more than a ceremonial role. She now, the vice president, he or she now has no authority, no right to question anything. All he or she is there to do is a ceremony role. That's it. And the Democrats kicked themselves in the behind. They wanted to make sure no one ever questions election results ever again. And then they made sure, that is how Trump gets back in. But let's back up. All these Democrats, they start hearing and they're like, we're leaving. And they left. But Kamala Harris has to be there. She will be there. She's literally sleeping right now. Well, probably drunk, not sleeping, just drunk. A block and a half away from Congress. She can walk there. The Republican leadership of the Senate and the Republican leadership of the House of Representatives, they are all there. They stayed. And there needs to be at least one representative from each state. Not all of them have to be there. As long as one Republican from any state is there, and the last I checked, there's at least 2 Republican representatives of Congress in every single state across the country. So, with that being said, the Democrats are trying not to certify Trump's election tomorrow, but it's not going to work. They don't understand the laws. They don't understand the rules and regulations. They don't understand the system. And so they thought they had the last laugh, but no, they don't. They ain't got nothing. And it's crazy to me that they're all on social media right now. We're not certified. You're going to try not to. And tomorrow's going to be funny and fun to watch. But they will, whether the Democrats want to or not, with Democrats present or not. And it's actually better that like if half of the Democrats leave. You know why? The process is going to go quicker and smoother without them arguing over every single state, without them whining, oh, we've been disenfranchised. They used voter ID. Just be quiet. Be quiet, liberal. You know, the people spoke. We spoke loud and we spoke clear. And so it's going to be cool. We're going to see. Slava Ukraini, you joking, right? I don't get it. Like, okay, my relatives are from Ukraine. If you left Ukraine and you live in America, you don't run around yelling glory for Ukraine. If you're such a patriot, go home. The reason my family left Ukraine and Russia and Kyrgyzstan and came for the United States because those countries suck. And they could never give us anything. That's why we're in America, the greatest country. That's why you don't see a Russian flag, a Ukrainian flag, a Kyrgyz flag here. Only American flags, only patriotic, only America first. If the country that I was born in was so great, my parents would not have to flee when I was only 6 years old. Come on. I don't get it. No, in the 90s, late 90s, we came here in December 17th, 1998. I don't get it. People are glory to Ukraine, or I met people that are like super Russian patriots, and I tell them, what are you doing here? When we came, dude, screw Russia, screw Ukraine, screw them. Ukraine's done nothing for us except steal our money. And the people of Eastern Ukraine, Donbass, don't want to be part of Ukraine. Like, how about America goes in, or the United Nations, and have an election? I believe the United Nations should go into Eastern Ukraine and have a referendum that we do. And then let's look at the results instead of saying, no, we're going to force this on them. It's crazy. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get our certification tomorrow. We're going to, I believe, yeah, we're going to get it. I mean, there are small chances the Democrats might really do something stupid, but we'll see. We'll see. We're going to see what's going to happen tomorrow. I think the Democrats still have tricks up their sleeves, but this is where prayer comes in. Truth. By the way, if you have a Republican congressman, or if you're or congresswoman, or your senator is a Republican, call them tonight. Just get their phone number on Google, leave them a voicemail, or sending them a message. Tell them, certify the election. Be like, look, if you don't want me to vote against your primary challenger, make sure the election is certified tomorrow. And also tell them this: get in line with the MAGA agenda. We voted for Trump. We gave him an overwhelming victory. We gave him a mandate. If you're a Republican and you want to go against the MAGA, America First agenda in Trump policies, if you go against that, we will primary your ass. Right? The Republican leadership is so weak, it's disgusting sometimes. When Joe Biden won in 2020, there wasn't a single Democrat that ever voted no to any of Joe Biden's nominees. Not only that, but Chris Wray and Mayorkas, all these Democrats that Joe Biden nominated into very powerful positions that are now screwing our country. Not only did not a single Democrat ever vote against them or say anything against them, every Democrat voted yes every time in the Senate to certify them, and at least half of the Republicans voted yes as well. It is only when Trump wins, like Matt Gaetz, he was supposed to be Attorney General. Why is he not going to be Attorney General, even though Trump wants him as Attorney General? And Republicans have a 54-seat majority. That's counting J.D. Vance, the vice president. Because Republicans are spineless. Republicans are weak. Democrats in Congress and in the Senate are stronger than the Republicans. And I hate to say it, but when Joe Biden nominated somebody, he got all of his nominations like this. It is only when Trump nominates someone he wants that it's not the Democrats that are putting up a fight, it's the Republicans. Trump has the majority in the Senate. He should get every nominee that he wants. No questions asked. The only reason we won't have Matt Gaetz is because of Republicans. The only reason there's a fight against Tulsi Gabbard, against Kennedy, is because of the Republicans. It's not the Democrats. It doesn't matter what the Democrats want. They're the minority in the Senate. This topic really frustrates me. The weak, spineless leadership of Republicans. But then when Joe Biden nominated someone, every Democrat fell in line and voted yes. And then at least half of the Republicans voted with the Democrats and gave Joe Biden every nominee that he wanted. The same nominees that are now going after Trump: open border, human trafficking, drug trafficking, child trafficking, wars all over the world. That's what they're doing. It's crazy to me. Grow some cojones, man up. And many of them say they're Christian. A real Christian man is not a soft man. You're a kind man. You can be a gentleman at times, but you're tough. You are strong. You stand on what you believe in, and you don't break to the media. You don't break to bad comments. None of that. You stand strong. It's crazy. And so call your senator and call your congressman or woman if they're Republican. Leave them a voicemail tonight in the morning and tell them, number one, you better certify this election. That's number one. Number two, get in line with the MAGA agenda. We are done. We are tired of games. We are tired of shenanigans. We are tired of the BS. Stop being spineless cowards and do your job. And what is their job right now? That it is for their job is to carry out the Trump agenda. That's it. We don't care about your ideas. We don't care about your thoughts on things. You're there to vote in Trump's America First agenda. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Do this. Do me a huge favor. Give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. Call your congressman, congresswoman. Leave him a voicemail. Let him know what's up. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be probably on VT Politics. So if you're on YouTube, search VT space politics. That's my other channel. I'm not sure if I'm going to be live streaming here or there all day, but please go subscribe there so you don't miss whether I'm here or there. God bless you. See you soon.